You know, when it calls it the incident, it makes it sound way more sinister than what probably actually happened. Let's be honest. Nothing horrific has happened yet. Something horrific will happen, though, because of the flash forward we had at the start of the series. Anyway, hey there, guys! My name is Nix, and welcome back to Higurashi, When They Cry Ho, Chapter 1. That never gets any shorter, does it? Oh boy, it only gets longer from here on out. Anyway, last time, I thought I was winning, and then I lost the last round and had to do literally everything again. So, yeah, we won briefly. Then, I think Mion scared one of the outsiders away. I think that's what happened. He didn't seem pleased to see her. Anyway, before we go on, gotta go back to me in the past. He's got one tip for you. And it's about taking donations. Okay, just before I go into the tip menu, why is this music nice and tranquil? And then I go into, like, the new tip menu, and it's creepy as fuck. I know I harp on about this far too much, but I just have to, okay? It's just a strange choice, personally, in my eyes. Anyway, community notice. Here's a picture of a phone. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than in prior years. Yeah, global warming. Thank God. I'm going to say thank God. No, that's the wrong term to use. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. The season for the Watanagashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. Number 1. Collecting bazaar goods. Villagers are welcome to put their wares on show at the well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar exhibition. Anything is welcome, from unconsumed gifts to used clothing. Okay, so it's like a charity gala. Got it. No raw goods, please. What am I meant to do with all of this uncut wood, though? Management. Makino. Telephone. Who gives a shit? Number 2. Recruiting little festival drum dancers. I'm a drummer, not a dancer. The renowned Little Festival Drum Dancers group, known for its careful choreography, the Shofu Society? Shoufu? I'm gonna go with Shofu. The Shofu Society is taking last-minute participants. We're looking for any Showboat elementary and middle schoolers. My concern has just grown. Management. Kimiyoshi, telephone number, again, who really gives a shit? Of course they're taking donations. Who isn't taking donations these days? We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. Look, not to be that guy, but if you're taking donations, don't be fucking picky about how much you're receiving. Just accept them. Tried to mouse wheel then to just check some other settings and it skipped through all the thing. Hold on. Thank God this button is down here. We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 yen donation, you'll be awarded a refreshment stand ticket. Hell yeah. Management Sonozaki. Wait, Mion? Or Mion's parents? One of the two. We're always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival. If you have an interesting idea, call Kimiyoshi at... Nah. There's a 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. Wait, so the refreshments are 200 yen, and yet you get a free one if you pay... I'm confused. You're literally only doing the donation out of the good of your heart, which, to be fair, is the whole idea behind donations. Or you could just buy 5 drinks. You know how it be. Anyway, me in the future, yeah, I'm coming at you right now. Wow, me in the past, you found a goddamn awkward way to segue back to me, didn't you? This is why you're not a news anchor. You're just a wanker on YouTube. Putting myself down aside, again, a few days have passed since the incident. I don't know what incident we're talking about, but During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watanagashi 5 Demon Firefight. Because, you know, everything needs a Chunibyo name. Makes everything better. And it was one of the biggest events of the club. Wait, so the Watanagashi's tonight? I'm gonna assume the Watanagashi's tonight. Cool.
Keiichi! Does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a second?
Mum pulled out a dusty old yukata. I almost said a dusty old katana for some fucking reason. Does this still fit you? Just get stabbed by my own mother. Is that better or worse than what probably is about to happen to me later on? Who knows? Nah, I don't need a yukata. Those are embarrassing, so I'll just go in my normal clothes.
But this is a festival. Wear it, okay?
Reina and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, it'd be even more embarrassing. I put on the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Reina and the others, so you don't need to worry about me.
Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up.
Do my parents have sprites? I've just had this thought. Do my parents have sprites, or are they just disembodied voices? Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night.
He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while.
Why does an artist need a manuscript? Have I misunderstood artists completely? The answer is probably yes. Sorry, I'm just still making sure everything's running smoothly. It seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. Yeah, I should probably ask these questions before I make fun of him. I've never read it though. I wonder if my dad really is a famous artist. As his son, it's a bit strange for me to say, but I can't imagine he's selling all that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3. My life isn't exactly full of hardships. Maybe he's actually a master painter, and I just never knew it. Ah, doorbell. Keiichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, it's already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside.
So it's Reina-chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiichi. He's also been looking out for me.
Why are you blushing from meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered. This feels awkward now. Let's go, Reina. Since Reina would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out.
Reina-chan, look after Keiichi for me. Yes, Mom. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself.
You had to say that, didn't you, Reina? You just had to say that. Wow, okay. And why don't you do it right now? She waved back even as I was dragging her away.
Okay, Kei-chan. You hungry today? We'll take care of that at these stalls.
You thought I'd let myself get full knowing that club activities will involve stalls?
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Where are Rika-chan and Sakoto?
もう神社に行ってるのか
They already at the temple?
Rika-chan's a festival committee member after all.
I mean, to be fair, she is the most dependable member of the group.
Sakoto-chan is probably with her as well.
そっか
I see. Alright,
今日は目いっぱい
let's make some noise today. I'm glad to see they're both up for it. We were already in high spirits with just the three of us here. It was way more lively at Furude Shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colourful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. I love what I'm assuming is some kind of Gundam reference in the middle. That's just what I'm assuming, though. I mean, to be fair, the reference is fairly obvious, but hey-ho.
すげえ人だな
There sure are a lot of people here.
南沢って
I can't believe they're all live in Hinamizawa.
Everybody attends the Watanagashi. I think about half the village is here.
Where were the other half?
It's not just that.
Yeah, I was... Why is it the English words I fall over more than the Japanese ones? Like, I've nailed Watanagashi every time I've needed to say it.
Municipal and youth councils from neighboring towns and villages advertise this event as well.
そうだよな
That's right.
俺たちの学校
There aren't that many students at our school.
今日は子供の
But
姿
there's a
が
lot of kids here
やたらたくさんあ
today.
る
It just doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all.
That's true. I agree.
Hello and good evening.
These two knew everybody we came across. I feel like we proved this point in Act 1. Or Chapter 2. You know what I meant. Chapter 2 of Chapter... Yeah, you get it. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everyone we met.
Oh, Reina-chan.
Why do I sound a lot like Keiichi's mother? Shut up, I have very limited female voices.
Thank you for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious. It was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to
I almost called him Kazumasa. It's Kazumasa.
Kazumasa-kun for me, please.
Hey! If it isn't Sonozaki Oju-chan. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm in charge of a stand again this year, so make sure you come visit.
Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that.
Savage Mion, Jesus Christ. Oh? Kid here's new. You one of our underclassmen?
He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, he could crush you.
I read he could crush your stand and my brain went, oh yeah, that's a JoJo reference. Fucking hell, no it's not. I'm just in that kind of mood, apparently.
If you cross him, he could crush your stand in one night.
You've got a little Missy seal of approval, I see. Hope you take it easy on me. As you can imagine, Mion was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls.
Mi-chan is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men.
No comment.
レナも人気あると思うけどな
I think Reina's pretty popular too.
可愛いし
Being cute and all. That was, of course, as long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute.
I'm popular with some people? Really? Really?
誰かにだよ
With some people. I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tussling her hair.
The storekeeper's kid came all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them after all.
So, we're going to mess with them now? I don't care what kind of match it is. I'm going to win it.
Oh yeah. I'll try to.
I'm gonna say where are the other two? They've got to be here somewhere.
Hey! You're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiichi-san.
Oh, my bad. So, where's this lady I've kept waiting?
Did you just say?
Alright, Sakoto was in top form as well. She seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while.
Rika-chan! Cute!
Reina let out an I apparently had a stroke. Reina let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance.
Good evening, everyone.
Well, I'll give you points for attempting the Lukako look, but yeah, you've got some work to do.
Good evening to Keiichi as well. Whoa! Looking good! You're looking sharp again this year. Cute! Gonna take you home.
Rika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. I believe it's pronounced Japanese Shaman Girl. God, we just need to keep Leskinen away from her, don't we? Watch Steins Gate 0. Yep. Reina's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real Shrine Maiden outfit?
My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan has an important role to play at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this.
I see. Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival.
Work is only during the finale of the festival. So I can still play for a while. So we cannot afford to waste any time. Let us begin!
Alright! Oh god, the funk has kicked in. That means you know it's serious business. Felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mion called everyone over to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition.
Takoyaki eating race! Everyone has to buy their own! Ready, go!
A standard in vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. Have I had takoyaki? I don't think I have. Put that one down on the list of things to do. What was especially standard for these kinds of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only. So it's not even octopus! We've been lied to! I mean, yeah, if it's fresh, that's understandable. Keiichi's burning himself.
Are you okay, Keiichi-kun? Have some water! My! Eating those scalding takoyaki whole is suicide! I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left out for a while. They really don't taste good.
The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. Let me guess, are we racing that as well? Just who doesn't get fucking I almost called it frostburn. That's not what it's called. Brain freeze. Frostburn is a different medical condition, which I have also invented. It's like frostbite, except instead of like just having your fingers like fall off, it's just where you kind of like end up with conditions similar to burns, but with freezing. Shit happens like that, believe me. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then it didn't matter. Let's do shaved ice this time. It's a shaved ice eating race. Cool. I don't even need to commentate anymore.
Shaved ice eating race? I can't. As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat, then. It's so cold! Not smart! This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up.
Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on, it was their downfall. Half of these noises I don't know if I can recreate or not. Finished!
K-chan is done! That was too fast! It couldn't be. Keiji-kun, you didn't have water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you? Well, that can't taste very good.
Next to that was another old favorite. Cotton candy stand. Okay, this one you can actually eat without killing yourself. Diabetes notwithstanding, now that I think about it.
Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a speed eating contest! Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? How?
On Sakoto's mark, Mio and Sakoto and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths? 3 seconds.
I expected Sakoto to figure it out, but I didn't think K-chan would too.
I can't have you treating me like I'm a newbie forever, can I?
It won't taste very good.
I feel like that's all that Rika has said tonight. Rika-chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it in her mouth.
This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this.
I think only Reina's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eating noodles through the nose contest or human water pump with a goldfish scoop at the rate things were going.
This old man will still probably win too. Time's simply no match for Mio-san when it comes to eating repulsive things.
Yeah, seriously.
What's up with you guys? You telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaii top yakisoba eating contest?
I don't even know what that means. Like, I feel like I know what yakisoba is, but I don't know what blue Hawaii top it means. I just need to just double confirm what yakisoba is. Hold on. Yeah, it's just fried noodles. Okay, that's not that bad. Again, no idea what blue Hawaii is. I might be missing out. Shake, shake. Both Sakoto and I shook our heads in unison.
Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time? Can we?
Reina's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Reina-chan nor Rika-chan were not good at speed eating contests or gorging themselves.
Okay, Reina, I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything's fine. Well then. I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. You have 1 minute. Fine by me. I know exactly what Reina likes.
Yosh.
Alright.
多分あれなら
I think I can win with that.
Ready, go. Huh? Why aren't Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan starting? Why not?
Mion and Sakoto dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were.
Could it be? You've already found it? The cute thing? We've already found it. Keiichi too?
あ
Yeah.
What is it? What is it? I can't wait!
Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mion and Sakoto returned.
こういう形で直接対決するのは初め
This
て
is
だな
probably the first time we've gone head to head like this.
It will be the first.
リカちゃんあれで
Rika-chan. You expect to win with that, huh?
I am a member of this club as well. Win by any means is our society's third rule.
Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on! Both Mion and Sakoto came back, each with their own plan of attacks stuffed in their arms.
Okay then, let's go in order. Let's start with club president, Mi-chan. Too bad, you guys. I'm ending this now. This old man brought this.
With the goddamn explosions in the background. Where did she get those? They were all diamond-shaped tin signs.
Black curry, snake oil incense, nostalgic tin signs from the old days. How about this?
That's very understated. A little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Reina's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I don't get it.
I shall be up next. It is this.
It was a hand-drawn poster from the Lady Society's roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. I missed the end of that one, but Reina did a bleep. What was the end of that last sentence? Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Jesus Christ. But as I say, it's enough to make Reina bleep. That was the sound of blood jetting out of Reina's nose. It seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. It feels like your artist sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. I don't even know what avant-garde means. Does that just mean old? I have to start using that one in real life. I'm not old, I'm avant-garde. Choking on my own phlegm before I start that one. Let me try that again.
Those were nothing but mass-produced signs, after all. They had no chance against something hand-drawn.
I couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking.
And I will be next. Next is Rika-chan, is it? What can you even do without anything?
Did you and Sakoto both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Reina. Seeing that, both Mion and Sakoto gasped. Oh no! Too late. Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Reina hurried over to her.
Rika-chan! Are you alright? Alright?
Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound.
Me.
You're fucking cheating, Rika. But you win. I might have to give you this one. Reina's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her. I'd expect no less of her. Not a single element was overlooked. She's tiny. Shrine maiden. Brink of crying. Meep! It was perfect! A simple trip transcended into pure moe. Now this is what you call art.
Kei-chan is a pretty weird definition of art.
Hey, don't you judge me. I'll pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Reina, who was in full cute mode.
Oh, Keiichi, can you beat me?
That cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must be my imagination, but I see a demon in her sometimes.
Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's going to show her. I also wish to observe the play Keiichi-san will make. Could it be? Is Keiichi also going to give a performance?
I baked? What the hell did well, I know where I got baked from. I took the S out of basked. I basked in the pointed stairs. I pulled Reina, who gave no sign of cancelling out of cute mode, away from Rika-chan. I'll show you something even cuter, so just hold on for now.
Something even cuter?
But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Reina looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine.
I cannot even fathom what Keiichi-san would possibly be planning. Kei-chan wouldn't stoop to... No, would he? Keep on fighting, yeah!
After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Reina, dragging her feet.
There's no way that scoundrel Kei-chan did something innocent to little Reina!
Mion and Sakoto passed by me, heading straight to Reina.
What exactly did he do?
For a moment, Reina was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her.
anything to you? No. He didn't do anything strange to me. This is quite severe. Exactly what did Keiichi-san show you? It was so cute. Cute? What did he show you, Reina?
Reina let out a really long ha. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. I was about to read that, and then I think I got uppercut. In the blink of an eye, Mion and Sakoto's elbows smashed into my face.
Showing Reina something so dirty! You sick pervert! I shall have you beaten into oblivion!
Wait, you've got it all wrong! A dark, billowing aura flowed from Mion and Sakoto. It was no good. They're going to kill me.
Mi-chan! I'm not sure what's going on, but you've got it all wrong. You see, Keiichi-kun had... It's a first seal keychain.
Rika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain.
Eh? He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it to others often because it's embarrassing. Yeah!
Wait, so how does Rika know about this? Okay, no, you know what? I won't ask questions.
So small and cute! He tries his best to make it. It's so wonderful! Oh! This old man thought you meant it was... Oh god, I'm a terrible person.
Don't you fucking laugh with your princess laugh. You had no... Well, you had an idea, that's why I was concerned, but you shouldn't have an idea at the age you probably are.
I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrue things in the wildest ways.
They slung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear each other into each other at any second. I beg of you. If I'm in the clear, would you mind letting go of me? We were interrupted by the flash of a camera. I forgot you were here. Hey guys! Y'all seem energetic as usual. It was Tomitake-san. As I lay crumpled on the ground, Mion and Sakoto continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was patting me on the head and Reina was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene.
It's a fine evening indeed. Although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission.
That's right. At least you don't really need Sakoto's permission. Sakoto dug her heel into me.
Good evening. You're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos?
Yeah, thanks for asking. I got plenty of good shots.
Yes, tonight's the last night we can see old Tomitake-sama, isn't it? It's such a shame. Hurry up and have you made your breakout soon.
Just as rude as ever, aren't you? Really am sad I won't be able to hear your voice for almost half a year.
Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. I'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow after all.
That's true. It'll be another 6 months until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomitaki-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness.
富武さん、いっそ住めばいいじゃないですか。
Why don't you move here, Tomitaki-san?
南沢。
In Hinamizawa. Tomitaki-san was speechless.
確かに不便なとこです。
It's not very convenient
店も
here.
ないし、
No
娯楽も
shops,
ないし、
nor
何もな
recreational
いかもしれ
spots.
ないけど。
There might not be anything really here, but you know. Everyone knew what I was trying to say. Tomitaki-san was also well aware. So Reina, Mion, Sakoto, and Rika-chan, none of them butted in.
俺はまだここに引っ越してきて一つも
I've
経た
only
ない
been
か
here
ら
for less than a
よく
month,
わ
so
か
I
らない
don't
けど。
really know everything about it yet. Although my TV's about to turn off, I really need to fucking up that timer so it doesn't do that. Normally I'm not really a talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss. Help if I could read, because that sentence makes sense. Normally I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this, I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, it felt like all the background noise was fading into the distance.
ここにはきっと
This place is probably... Tomitaki-san rested his hand on me gently, silencing me.
ありがとな。
Thank you,
ケイチ君、
Keiichi-kun.
ミオンちゃんにレナちゃん、
Mion-chan and Reina-chan,
サトコちゃんにリカちゃん。
Sakoto-chan and Rika-chan. Tomitaki's smile was so slight it looked as if it was going to crumble at any minute. But it was warm.
僕もここに住めたらきっと楽しいだ
I
ろうな
also think it'd be
って
great
思う
if I
よ。
could live here. Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. A hand touched my back. It was Reina. Keiichi-kun, you shouldn't pick on adults. It's not nice. The background clamor of the festival returned.
またしばらくのお別れなんですからね。
We won't be seeing him for a while after all.
今夜は富武さんにも
We also need to make sure Tomitaki-san also enjoys tonight.
When Reina smiled, the mood instantly got brighter.
そうだね。
That's
ぜ
true.
ひそうさせてもら
I
う
think
よ。
I'll do just that.
あ、ねえねえみーちゃん、
Hey, Mi-chan,
どうだろう。
how about it?
富武さんを部活に入部
Can
さ
we
せ
let
てあげる
Tomitaki-san in our local activities?
That's a great idea. Unfortunately, you've already missed all the eating ones, but I'm sure you'll enjoy the rest of them. Oh, so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look on her face.
入部条件の一つに南沢在住
One of the
ってのがあるん
requirements
だ
for
けどね
membership is residence in Hinamizawa, you see.
そんなみーちゃん、
Come on,
どうくらい意
Mi-chan.
地悪しなくても。
Just for today. Don't be mean.
コツコツ毎年来てるからね
Well, he does come around
認定
often
してあげよう
every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen.
やっ
Whoa, yeah!
さてさて、
Jesus Christ. Excuse me.
Now then,
こんな旬を過ぎた頃
I wonder if this aged fellow, well past his prime, will be a match for me.
老快な大人の知恵を見
Let's
せ
have
て
him
も
show
ら
us
い
the
ましょ
wisdom
う
of
で
a
す。
mature adult.
へへ俺たちの若さに
Can you keep up with us youngins? Tomitaki-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins.
部長園崎美
Ah,
代
Mion Sonozaki,
名誉市民
club
富武
president,
の
to hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitaki's entry into our club.
Her words were quickly drowned out by our tears. Tears? Cheers. Fucking hell.
なんだい
It's late.
その部活ってのは。
What do you mean by club?
我が部はだな複雑化する社会に対応する
What
た
our
め
club does, you
活動
see,
ごとに提案される
in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor,
あるいは逆境から
and sometimes they work against you.
レナは弱いからいじめない
I'm
でほし
pretty
いな。
weak, so I prefer you not sell me out. Let's try and get along.
子供のごっこ
If
遊
you
び
wish to mock our childish games, this will be the perfect opportunity.
身ぐるみ剥いで
We'll leave you with nothing.
地獄の底に
We won't even leave the hairs on your butt.
つまりみんなでゲームして遊
So
ぶ部
it's
活
a
で
club where
す
we all play games together.
Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense.
よーし望むところだ
Alright, just what I wanted.
その挑戦を受けて
I'll take you up on that challenge.
お手柔らかに頼むよ
Don't be
先
too
輩
rough on me, my mentors. Tomitaki-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect! We continued walking through the festival with Mion in front. Now we all look like a family of 6. A very unusual family of 6, but sure, why the hell not? It had some intensity to it.
ルールはいつも通りビリにはもちろんお約束の罰ゲー
Same rules as always. The loser will be, of course, be subject to penalty.
Tomitaki-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Regardless of how terrible a penalty it was,
負けなきゃいいんだからね
Just don't lose.
Reina was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing.
そうだな
That's true. I tousled Reina's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment.
なるほど
I see.
これが童心って
So
や
this
つ
is
な
what
ん
it
だな
this is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomitaki-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At that moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, I realized that it was the man Mion had greeted right before the festival.
来たかい
You're here,
園崎の嬢ちゃん
little Miss Sonozaki.
大人数みたいだけど
Seems you brought quite the crowd.
あんたの店
We came to eradicate your entire stall.
His stall was a shooting gallery. This isn't going to end well, is it? The usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun. Okay, that's less dangerous.
ルールは簡単
The rules are simple.
3発撃って
Three
得られ
shots.
た景品のデカさで
Winner is whoever gets the biggest prize.
Everyone shouted in their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize of the stall, it went without question. It was that one, wasn't it?
あのクマさん
Teddy
か
bear.
わいいよ
Cute.
Reina was gazing longingly at a large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform, so it was possible to get it if you hit the right spot.
と一瞬思わせる絶妙な配置が見
It's
事だな
magnificently set up to make someone think that.
さすがケイチさん
Not bad, Keiichi-san.
一発でカンパ
I figured you would see through this scam instantly.
ここは無難にキャラメ
Most
ルや
logical
人形
course
を
of
狙
action
う
would
の
be
が
aimed
定
for
石
some
だよ
candy or a doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'd get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you can come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered behind us, making a big fuss. There was this much of a following for our club's infamous event?
クマさんを落とせれば勝利は
Knocking
確
the
定
bear
しま
down
す
and
です
shows a
ね
win.
3発しかないんだぜ
Only 3 shots.
それを確かめるために使う
To
には
use them all just trying. That'd be rough.
へいへい
Hey!
他のお客さんも待って
I have other customers waiting, you know.
最初のチャ
Who's up first?
誰からだい
先に挑戦した方が楽な景品を狙いたい
First one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes. But it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomitaki-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our club is about.
じゃあさ公平にじゃんけんで決めるのはどうかな
How about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it?
結局それしかないかね
That's really the only way.
じゃんけん
I feel like you're missing one of those. I thought it was Sankenban or whatever it was, but hey ho, it's rock, paper, scissors. After a couple matches, it ended up with Mion being first.
一番は避けたかったんだけど
I didn't want to end up first.
ハンデってことにしとく
Oh
か
well,
な
I'll just think of this as a handicap. Gramps, gun.
それよ
Here you go. When the shooting range guy handed her the rifle, Mion looked it over intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either.
オッケー
Okay,
この銃はおろしたてだね
this gun is brand new, isn't it?
癖はなし
No faults. Not bad.
Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It's completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting it from the hip? Okay. It was a great noise. Only rivaled by every time I open my bottle of rum. Fire. Reload. Fire. Reload. Fire. Well, she hit something. She hit 3 things? 3 candy boxes fell, one after the other. A big haul. The crowd posed in a moment of awe and then erupted into cheers. Everyone is impressed at Mion's ability to fire from the hip.
やるでございますわ
That was quite good.
Tomitaki-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting prowess.
すごいよみーちゃん
Amazing, Mi-chan.
3つ
Three.
Her accuracy was incredible. The choice of targets weren't bad either. The 3 Mion had gotten after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They were all targets with very high return on investment.
2番手は誰
Who's up next?
さとこ
Sakoto?
気をつけて弾が軽い
Careful, the bullets are light.
Next was Sakoto. The rifle looked a bit big for her lithe body, but it didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight.
やはりここは
Of course.
で行かせて
I shall aim for the grand prize.
She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Damn, Sakoto, such a bold move.
クマさんを落とせばその時点でさと
The
こちゃん
moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be first.
さとこちゃん頑張
Good luck, Sakoto-chan.
Sakoto was the opposite of Mion. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger.
れ弾が軽いですわ
These bullets are too light.
The first 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Sakoto's 3rd bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but at the candy box below its arm.
残念でございますけれど私にクマを
I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me.
She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to less impressive prey at the last second, the crowd only gave out a strained laugh. Were they laughing because she lacked the courage? These fools know nothing!
さとこいい仕事をするじゃん
A fine attempt, Sakoto. You gotten better.
Palm of Mion's outstretched hand went pomp as it tapped down lightly on Sakoto. She appeared to just be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn that Sakoto. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target. Without shame or honor. Magnificent.
クマはレナさんに譲るでございますわ
I'll allow you to take the bear, Reina-san.
健闘をお祈りしました
I
わ
pray for your victory. Okay, okay.
ありがとねさとこちゃん
Thank you so much, Sakoto-chan.
クマさんかわいいよ
Mr. Bear is so cute.
Reina was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Reina, but she said that bear was cute.
レナちゃんはどうだろうね。
I wonder how Reina-chan will do.
一つくらい当たると
I hope she's able to hit at least one.
富武さんはちょっとレナを甘く
You're underestimating Reina, Tomitaki-san. It's Reina, you know. It's Reina Ryugyu, you know. If it was to get that teddy bear. Tomitaki-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion the spectators were making was about. If it was to get the bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Reina Ryugyu could do it.
She's shaking. It's shaking. Oh, cute.
Reina couldn't hide her excitement over the bear's slow rocking. Now Reina couldn't lose.
さすがレナさんですわ
Not bad, Reina-san.
冷静を失えば失うほど
The
に
less collected you become.
The stronger you get. Everyone fucking loves it. Another big cheer. Reina's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before.
でも無理かもしれませんですね
But it might not be possible.
いやー、わからないよ。
You never know.
レナちゃんの腕だったら
A Reina-chan's skill it might be. While Tomitaki-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Reina had 10 more shots, then she could surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, it's a no-go. The crowd let out a dejected groan. She shot it right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt.
お持ち帰り
Mr. Bear, take him home. Ah.
She should be praised for her valor, but had no trophies to show for it. Then, at that moment, the old man flicked one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Reina.
こいつはジョーちゃんなんだぜ
This is for you, little lady.
くれるの
You're giving this to me? Ah.
あんなすげえの見せられて手ぶら
The
で
gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed after such a display. There was another shower of applause. Reina turned bright red and I pulled her back over to us by the hand.
頑張ったじゃないかよ。
You did a good job.
ああいうモードのレナにゃ
Your cute mode really surprised me.
惜しかったよクマさん
I really want a Mr. Bear. Ah.
It was easy to see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Reina had done quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back for that delicious picnic.
よっしゃ。そんなら俺が。
Alright, then I'll
僕が取ったらプレゼントするよ。
get it and give it to you. What? Tomitaki-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth.
Okay, okay.
お願いね富
Please,
田さん
Tomitaki-san.
頑張れ
Good luck.
Damn you, old man Tomitake! Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before I was overcome with frustration.
ケイイチもファイト王ですよ
You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay?
Tomitaki-san carefully studied the bear. Setting his sights, he showed her the rifle while holding the other 2 shots with his hand. Huh?
どういうことだ
Why is he doing that?
間違いない
Yeah, no doubt.
富武のおっさんの狙いは
Tomitaki-san's aiming for.
The time between shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once it stopped shaking. So Tomitaki-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before. But that was all. It still didn't fall over.
Ah!
残念だ
Too bad.
All of Reina's momentary expectation was from watching it sway violently turn to a dejected sigh. Huh. I really thought that would work.
It seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy.
That was it. It meant Tomitaki-san had no spoils of war.
Both Kei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down as sure easy prize and avoid being dead last.
Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. Your turn next, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitaki-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Mion had suggested, then I go home for something insignificant. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion! Passed down to me by Tomitaki-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Reina wanted. Yeah, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man! After all, that was my promise to Reina.
What promise?
To shoot down that bear, then give it to Reina. That one. The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. They fucking love me. I've got the people on my side. How could I lose? That's not it, fine men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Reina might mug the old man running the stall on the way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings?
Keiichi-chan surely talks the talk. How do you actually intend to bring down the bear?
Reina and Tomitaki-san shots did make it tilt a bit. But I think finishing the job will be difficult. Keiichi-kun!
If only there was some way to shoot faster, I'd be able to pile more power on with the sway from each hit.
Good luck, Keiichi-kun!
After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over to the guy. 2 more rifles! Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves.
I wonder what Keiichi-san is up to.
I mean, I get it. It allows for rapid fire because you don't need to... You just change the rifles as opposed to reloading.
One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. I get it. Nice thinking, Kei-chan.
Mion was able to figure it out magnificently. Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shot.
That's right! Then by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other...
Tomitaki-san went silent, peering at me and the bear through his lens. His photographer's blood preceded a miracle will occur. And then the crowd finally picked up on what I was planning. They let out a great cheer, which... They chanted my name, Keiichi. Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, it's all for naught. Whew. After letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! That moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. As if someone had activated the world. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it. And knock it down. First shot hit the bear on its head. The second. The third. The bear swayed hard. And then... This crowd is something else, aren't they? The cheers began before the stuffed animal had even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. You actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing. Congratulations, Keiichi-kun.
Keiichi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now.
I
didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us.
Rad! This is from all of us working together.
Except you, Mio.
You didn't hit it a single time.
After holding the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Reina. Here. This is from me. No, from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Reina, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless.
I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's after all.
In that case, I was the one who knocked it down. And it's mine. It's mine, and I'm giving it to Reina. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time she embraced and accepted it. You've always watched over me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Reina dove at me. Mion told me a few days later that Reina had kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all that excitement at the time. I remembered what I was trying to say to Tomitaki-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here. But there are lots of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinamizawa. Especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival.
I'll be going off ahead then.
Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well then everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika-chan and Tomitaki-san gave their farewells and disappeared off into the crowd.
I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now! Shall we be off? Yeah, might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go!
Yeah. Huh? Where's Reina? What are you doing?
Keiichi-kun! Mi-chan! Save me!
Since she was carrying a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of the people. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear.
I'll leave Reina in your care, Kei-chan. I have my hands full taking care of Sakoto.
ミオンさんの世話になるで
Who
ござい
wants
ます
to be looked after you by you, Mion-san?
痛い
Ow! Please don't pull on my arm!
Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Reina's collar.
Keiichi-kun! Not that! Don't grab me there!
注文のうるさいやつだな。
Always so bossy.
どこならいいんだ？
Where can I grab them? I didn't feel ashamed at all. Reina was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Reina's hand and dashed after Mion and the others.
置いてかれる。
We're gonna be late.
早く行こうぜ。
Let's hurry up.
Yeah!
I hadn't realized Reina's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant, not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, "Keep it together, Keiichi Maibara," in my mind, but it didn't look like I would be able to. Well, didn't look like I would be able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Reina to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. The fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There were a pile of futons water with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton in futons.
ケイチさん
Keiichi-san!
レナさん
Reina-san!
こちらでござい
We're
ます
over here!
Sakoto waved her hand from the front row.
お、すまんす。
Ah, sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot we'd saved.
どうちょっとはレナとドキドキできた
How was it? How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Reina?
いやいや、やっぱりてめえ。
You
そう
punk.
いうつもりだったの
So
か。
that's what your plan was. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin.
レナはどうだった
How was it, Reina?
ケイちゃんの手って
Was Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be?
After a swift uppercut, that's your answer. Reina turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slice through the air and turned around to see Mion ground with a welt on her face.
ミオン、お前、いつ
Mion,
食らったんだ？
when were you hit?
ハウのハとウの
Between the hat and the owl of the how, I think.
レナ、
Reina,
照れ隠しに友達を殴るのはよ
it's
くない
not
ぞ。
good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment.
レナ殴ってないの知らないもん
The thunderous sound of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd. Yeah, I get that feeling. Normally it's me.
お静かになさいませ
You must all be quiet! It's beginning!
It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomitaki-san's camera.
リカちゃんが持ってるあのでかいのはなんだ？
What's the big thing Rika-chan is holding?
祭事用のクワだよ
A hoe that's used for this festival.
巫女さんしか触っちゃいけない
It's a sacred
神
farming
聖
tool
な
for
道具
only
な
the
の
shrine maiden may touch.
It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment. Not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting a Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, ploughing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of the performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual.
今度はなんだ？
What's next?
布団叩きかな？
Airing out futons?
あれはね人間に代わって
She's
冬
purified
の
the
強度を
futons,
吸い
which
取ってくれたお布団を清め
sacrificially
るの
absorbs the winter illness for those using them.
So when Kei-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong.
Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably real heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Sakoto looked on, silently lending her support.
心配か
Worried?
リカは毎日毎日
We could practice every day, every single day with a mochi hammer.
きっとやりきるでございます
She
わ
will certainly prevail.
Sakoto's hands were sweaty, and whenever Rika-chan started to sway a little, she held her breath.
ミオンとかは巫女役立候補しなか
Why
ったの
wasn't Mion a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden?
リカちゃんにあの重さは気の毒だよ
It feels wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy.
そりゃ頼まれりゃやるけどね
I'd do it if they asked me, you know.
まあ誰にでも務まるものでもないし
Well, it's not just something anyone could do.
そうだよな
That's true.
巫女は清らかじゃないと
Shrine
ダメ
Maidens
だもん
need to be
な
pure, after all. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priests had raised up and the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priests, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line.
今度は何が始まるんだ
What's happening now?
布団を川で洗濯か
Washing the futons in the river?
だから渡
Watanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know?
The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. The fire was stoked high, and it was bright as day here, too. People started crowding around it and clamoring.
はい順番
Alright, get in line.
並ぶよケイチ君
Line up, Keiji-kun.
I wondered what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine? That's wishful thinking. Red and white bean buns? Never had them, but I've heard they're great.
食べ物じゃない
It's
よ
not food.
だからわ
I said it was cotton.
Ah, but of course. Cotton. Everything's a food if you try hard enough, Reina. They didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I finally understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and balled it up like mochi, handing it out to people. Reina dove into the line and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream.
ケイチ君は初めてだからレナのや
Since
り
it's your
方を
first
真
time,
似する
Keiji-kun,
の
just copy what I do.
She held the cotton in her right hand and, waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs.
これを3回繰り返すの心の
Do
中
this
で
3 times and
お
silently
社
give
様あ
thanks
り
to
がとう
the
って唱えるんだよ
Oyashiro-sama.
お社様ってなんだよ
Oh, yeah,
あの神社の神
Shiro-sama.
様の名前か
What's that? The name of the shrine god?
うん南沢の
Yeah,
守り神様
it's
な
the
の
guardian deity of Hinamizawa.
ご利益もあるけどた
It
たり
brings
もある
about
んだ
both
けどね
miracles and curses.
ちゃんと敬わないとダメだよ
So you must be sure to show your respect.
Sounds like a pretty frightening god. But, well, when in Rome. I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Reina showed me, I touched the cotton all over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama.
これでね体についてた悪いのが
This
こ
way,
の綿に
all
吸
the
い
evil
取られ
that
たの
possesses you is sucked out by the cotton.
であとは沢の流
Then
れ
you
に
let
そ
it
っと流
gently
して
drift
ね
away on the stream and
お
you're
し
done.
まい
Together, Reina and I set our pieces of cotton adrift afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the bad illnesses from Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. thought we'd been going a while before we'd had a,
初めはちょっとした不安だった
First I was a bit anxious.
誰かを傷つ
Hurting
けたい
someone
なん
was something I never
て考
even
えもし
considered.
なかった
Nevertheless, the anxiety gave place to
不安は孤
loneliness,
独を生ん
doubt,
で
and more.
疑念へと
And
変わ
then,
りやがて
that
黒い
wicked
殺意
murderous
が
intent eventually
心
took
を
control
闇
of
に
my
閉ざしていっ
mind.
た戻らない日常
The boy took the first step towards an unrecoverable daily life,
その先が
not even realizing that he was walking into the abyss.
鬼隠し信じたいと思
A
う気持
tragedy
ちが
born
生ん
from
だ
the
悲
desire
劇
to believe.
流した涙は
Are those tears of repentance
それ
or
とも
tears of
怨恨か
resentment? I feel like that was the fucking prequel. Holy shit. Okay. That's the prequel. Not the... I'm technically right, but that's not the word I need to use. Anyway, this has been a long one, hasn't it? I felt like putting the Watanagashi all in one was probably a wise thing when it eventually kicked off, so it's basically what I wanted to do. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of Higurashi. If you like the video in any capacity, please feel free to give the video a like down below, leave a comment on whatever you feel like, and if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post other videos, be they of this or something else which I do have planned and actually need to attempt to record it. I have technically recorded it once already, and then I didn't record it with sound, so that's my own fucking dumb fault, but hey-ho, we go again. And besides, I think I've changed my mind as to what I actually wanted to play, because I'm like that. But yeah, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos, be they of whatever at this point, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. In theory, if you do that, YouTube sends you alerts as to when I post videos, but I think you need to press the bell icon as well, so really all pressing the subscribe button does is, you made me feel good about the number going up. That's YouTube in a nutshell. So, yeah, all you need to do is press the sub button and you've made me feel better about myself. Thanks in advance. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been Nix, and I'll see you on the next one. Laters!